In the next 10 minutes after watching this video, you will have all the tools you need to overcome all rejection that life presents you and feel empowered to actually go seek it out so that you can find more success sooner rather than later. I've been rejected by dozens of women. I've been rejected thousands of times while making cold calls. I've made over 50,000 in my software sales career, and I've come to accept rejection as a necessary part of the human experience. Evolutionary psychologists believe it all started when we were hunter-gatherers. We lived in communities and tribes. We could not survive alone, so we needed to be in the group. And if we were ever at risk of being ostracized or voted off the island, the early signal mechanism is rejection, because when you're in conflict with people, you naturally want to get along so that you can survive. For that reason, I've developed a 3-step framework to help you think about rejection in a new way and overcome it, seek it out, so that you can thrive in life and get more of what you want. Hit the like button now and comment down below for the algorithm. Our channel goal is 15,000 subscribers, so make sure you're subscribed now if you're not already. Step number 1 is to actually seek out rejection. They say if you do not make the ask, you will never receive. So ask yourself, what do you want to receive? If you want to live an ordinary, average life, then you can continue forward and never put yourself in dangerous situations where you may face the risk of being rejected. As I think about what is valued in society, people look up to other people that they respect. How do you earn respect? You earn respect by doing things that other people view to be challenging. For example, starting a business. When you walk in a room and you know that the main entrepreneur is there, the guy who started the business, the guy who's the richest guy in the room, you look at them and you respect them by default. That may not be the best way of thinking about it, but you respect them because you know that in the face of difficulties, they have done challenging things. They have made the ask and they have received many, many times over. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So you actually need to seek out the discomfort. You need to seek out the rejection. 1, because it will make you more confident, but 2, because if you have aspirations of being more, of achieving more, of getting yours, then you actually need to put yourself in these situations and make the ask. For example, I work in software sales, and the only way for me to succeed as a rep and make money and actually survive and put food on the table is for me to make cold calls, for me to send cold emails, for me to work sales cycles with prospects, and me to say, look, do you want to buy my solution? Are you available next Tuesday to set up this meeting? I need to make the ask. And oftentimes the answer is no. And something that gives me comfort in seeking it out is learning how to, step number 2, is to actually become indifferent towards rejection. Whenever you start to put yourself in these situations where you're seeking out rejection, asking out the girl making the cold call, you will inevitably start to be rejected more. And step number 2 in the 3-step framework is to actually become indifferent towards rejection. The way I think about this is just because somebody tells you no doesn't mean they're not interested. So I never look at a rejection as a dead end. I just look at it as a new obstacle that I must overcome in order to recognize the dream result I have, such as getting the date with that girl, such as setting the meeting with my dream prospect, such as building that business and getting that dream employee to start and help me build the business. There's a lot of things I want, and in order for me to actually get it, I have to put myself in those situations by seeking out rejection. And then as I start to incur rejection, it starts and it ends with me. And it starts with identifying, what is my self-talk? How am I thinking about putting myself in these situations ahead of making the ask? And what I've found is that the more time you put between, hey, I want to go do this thing, go approach that girl, and actually going and taking the action, the more time between that thought, desire, and action, the more of a probability of you not actually doing it. So that actually is in conflict with you seeking out rejection, and then you have no ability to actually deal with the rejection because you're not putting yourself in the position to deal with the rejection in the first place. So anytime you have that desire, that dream outcome you want, you need to go seek it out. And then inevitably, you're going to be rejected. You're going to be told no more than you're going to be told yes. When you cold call, you basically are going to be told 95% of the times. When you're a professional baseball player, you can get millions of dollars hitting 3 out of 10 balls. That's the reality of life and of doing challenging things, is that you're going to be told no more than you're going to be told yes. So the self-talk of taking the action, and then when you take the action and actually experience the setback, the rejection, whatever you want to call it, it's important to recognize, hey, it is what it is. Don't overthink it. Learn from the mistake you potentially made, and then ultimately move on. One of my favorite lines in The Wolf of Wall Street is when Leonardo DiCaprio is pounding on the tables, getting all the salespeople fired up and saying, the phone, picking it up right now, it's the solution to all of your problems. If you're late on your mortgage payment, pick up the phone. If you're not happy with your situation in life, pick up the phone. And all of your problems in life can be solved by putting yourself in the position to actually face that rejection, and you thinking that there's a problem around being scared about rejection or facing objection. That is actually the main problem. And this is one of the most common questions I get from sales reps. It's a question I got today to answer in front of the interns. How do you deal with rejection? I said, if you can't deal well with rejection, then clearly sales is not cut out for you, and you'll never actually be able to get to where you want to go in life, because if you're always fearful of what could happen, it's so much worse to never try to do something and to be scared about what could happen versus actually trying to do that thing and then actually getting rejection. So dealing well with rejection is an important component of this, and being indifferent towards it, because it's inevitably going to happen. And then the third and final step with the framework is to actually have supreme confidence in your ability to produce in the future. The real reason why people fear rejection and it's a problem is because it's a scarcity mindset, because they fear, if I can't get mine now, then I won't have an ability to get it in the future. And I think that this is prevalent in our society, and it's embodied in many examples, such as saving food way past the expiration date, such as allocating all of your money towards a 401k, such as these scarcity mindsets of, hey, I cannot produce in the future because I'm fearful of what's happening in the present. I like to think about it from an abundance standpoint, and rather than saying, I'm gonna save all my money, I'm just gonna make more money so that I can spend more money. It's really as simple as that. If you think about it, there's 8 billion people on the planet. So if I ever get rejected by a girl, there's 3 billion other girls that I could potentially go talk to. So there's really never a problem there. If I get rejected in my software sales job on a deal, okay, well, we print trillions of dollars. I think that there's going to be more money available to go make. And there's a big misconception about confidence in the future correlated to money. Everyone thinks they're trying to make money, and that's the framing. Hey, let's go make more money. The reality is you're not making more money. Money is made by the central banks. You are taking money. You are identifying, what do you want in life? What is your dream outcome? And then who actually has that money? Put yourself in the situations to seek the rejection, because you're making your ask for what you want, because everything you want, somebody else has. So in reality, you are identifying what you want. You're identifying who has what I want. You're going to that person, that thing, that business, and saying, hey, this is what I want. Step one, putting yourself in the situation to actually face the rejection. Step number two, you're gonna get told no more than you get told yes. So become indifferent towards rejection. And then eventually you're gonna start getting yeses. And then that cycle is gonna be self-reinforcing, and it's gonna continue to give you more confidence, because you're gonna think, hey, if I can get this thing now, even though I have a 2% conversion rate, I have confidence that I'll be able to get infinite more in the future, because all I'm doing is taking what I'm wanting. And then eventually you'll start to get in this mindset of, okay, I can make as much money as I want, I can have anything I want in life, but it's also recognizing that while I can have virtually anything, I cannot have everything. So the clearer you can be about what specifically you want, it will give you the confidence to actually go start seeking it out. And that's what I do each and every day in my software sales job. I'm willing to face the rejections, I'm willing to make the ask, and I'm willing to accept the no's, because rejection is never a dead end. And that's what I want to leave you guys with. If you found value in today's video, hit the like button now if you haven't already. Comment down below. If you don't know what to comment the Sharpie emoji for the algorithm. It really likes that. And then of course, subscribe to the channel. I want to see 50,000 subscribers after this video. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.